It is now a dog eat dog situation in Nigeria because the prices of rent keeps on increasing every time, every year, and they come with a lot of baggages that we're going to be talking about. What does this mean for tenants, house owners, landlords, landowners, name them? What does it mean for us in Nigeria, and where are we headed to? There's a dark side to this, and today your real estate bestie is going to be talking about it. Welcome to Dreams Cottage Estate YouTube channel where we talk about real estate, and I am Perfect Joy, your real estate bestie. Let's get into it. More people are struggling to be able to pay rent because, like I said in the other video, how can a person who just left NYSC be able to afford a rent of 1 million naira? And if you even have 500,000 naira, you can't even still get a proper house. How does that even make sense? Now, it falls back to the part of the government not having a body to regulate how these prices are increasing. But you get what I'm saying, right? Because when you go into transportation, there's a policy that guides them. When you carry keke from Galadimawa to Area 1, there's a policy that guides them, meaning there's one price. So if everybody is collecting 300 naira and that person is collecting 400 naira, it's giving sauce. Everybody will be like, okay, nah, you're trying to cheat me. And that is what we need because we cannot keep on paying 10, 20, and people are even going insane by doing a 50% raise on rent every year. You wake up in the morning with a message from your landlord telling you that your rent of 200,000 naira has been increased to 500,000 naira. Make it make sense. Because of these situations, there is now homelessness and overcrowding. People are sleeping under bridges, under tables, in front of people's shops. Like you are squatting with your friends, and let's be honest, it's hard to squat. It is very, very hard. But how unfortunate is it that you would save at least 300,000 naira? And if you should probably get a house, the distance from your house and your workplace will eat your salary 3 times. And now, when you want to now move to where it's closer to your office, that's a whole ball game entirely. And this is it's a whole concern. A roof under a human being's head should not be one of their biggest problems. I strongly believe that. Shelter should not be a problem. And why this should not be a problem is because there are a lot of developers, there are a lot of builders. There should be a a scheme that makes mass houses with very affordable prices for families, for single people to own a house. As a matter of fact, to be able to rent a house over to buying the house, there are schemes we can work on like that. So if you're a developer in Abuja, in Lagos, anywhere you are, consider being that person that changed the game. And if you need land to make that happen, make sure you hit us up, okay? Business people are not even left out of this because a woman was literally talking about it on the radio the other day, and she complained that her shop rent moved from 200,000 naira to 600,000 naira. And worse enough, her house rent moved from 500,000 naira to 700,000 naira. Look at that merging. Tell me, is it good? No, real matters, is it good? And I was not wondering, like, how? And she went further to explain that the landlord just boom, like boom, it has been increased. Boom, get the money ready. And that was in like November, and she was supposed to pay this rent in January, February. How then does she raise this money? And this is how people go into debt. This is how people go to Lapo, okay, fair money, because they need the money. Everything revolves around money. We know that already. But then, how do we keep on implementing this increment of prices when people cannot even pay it? And you are not giving these people ample time. I strongly believe that before any landlord should increase any price, there should be a review. You will call your tenants and tell them 6 months before you even implement it. And there should be a reason why you are doing that. Because imagine you're increasing the money, yet there are no changes in the house. There are some landlords, when something spoils in the house, they don't even care. You are paying 700,000 naira and they don't even care. They'll be like, use your money to fix it. Oops, I'm sorry. I don't know. I had it like that. That you think it is okay for you to do that to me. Unfortunately, when people complain about things like this, we look past it because we just feel like you can cope, you'll be fine. And then these things that are not normal, we make it normal. Have you ever been in a situation whereby your friend calls you and just be like, oh, they just let them off their jobs? And it's okay for you to be pissed. You'll be like, what? You are the most hardworking person in the office, you know? But then they let go of that hardworking person that know what he was doing to bring somebody else that would at least collect the small money that they can offer because they cannot afford you anymore. There's that part. There's that part. And some will let go of some of their staffs because they cannot afford to pay the salaries any longer. And I mean, valid point. If you are a business owner or like a company owner, you understand the intricacies of financial issues. So this can be a problem because you're trying to pay rent and then you're trying to pay staffs. Imagine from going to having like 10 staffs to having like 3 staffs. And it can be heart wrecking because now all of your operations are going to change. So there's that part. We need three key solutions. We need more housing schemes. We need our landlords to speak to us and respect our money. And third, we need the government to come through. We need them to set policies. Imagine if even hairdressers, beauty practitioners where I stay, they literally have it plastered. Like they have their price tags plastered all over their shops. Why? There will not be a case of fraudulent behaviors or hiked price. Like everything is governed. There's a policy that surrounds us. Do you understand? And so the government needs to come through with a policy that guides tenants. And that also protects the landlord because now there's a contract binding. And also, as a tenant, there should always be a contract. Sign a contract of what you expect in the house. If something spoils, who will pay? Before you come and say you want to increase rent, it should be settled there. Those are things you should ask for. Okay, if you want to increase your rent, how long do I have before you let me know? Ask those hard questions. Sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable, especially when you and the landlord are friends or the landlord friend is the friend, when all of those connections are, but it is your money. Don't play. And for developers, this is such a right time for you to go into the project of doing mass housing for people, self-cons, 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms. I'm telling you, you have no idea how many people's lives will change, especially when the prices are fair, especially when you give them a choice of you can rent and somehow pay to own the building. In that way, people can have chances to create generational wealth just by taking off having a house or paying rent off it. And also, like I said before, if you want land that you could do this with, if you want to start a project for mass housing, make sure you comment down below and we're going to be seeing it and we definitely hit you up. And I know that there are people out there who are thinking about this already, and that's right thinking because you are my besties. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time, same place. And do not forget, like, subscribe, drop some comments, okay? Don't keep quiet because this is a serious matter, and I'm here for you. All right.